it's Adrian. Today, I wanted to spend some time to discuss with you about the importance of building up patience for ourselves. You know, I have been spending a couple of days working with some friends on building up some projects that they have interest in Lebanon. And today I made some time to actually go through some of the project and wanted to see how am I progressing. And I realized what is very important in the journey of building up a business is to be able to develop patience, right? So I thought I'd share this with you because in our life, I thought it could be relevant not just for our business but also for our own peace of mind. So I went through some research and I started to find out what will be the best definition of patience. Now the best that I came across is coming from David Allen. David Allen is a productivity consultant in the US and he has published a book called Getting Things Done. This book was published since 2001. So 2001, it's close to 17 years of experience. And I would love to share a little bit of his definition of what it means to become patient. Now, his definition of patience is basically calm acceptance of what has happened, which is different from what is in our mind. All right? So calm acceptance, our emotional, our mental acceptance in a calm manner on what has already happened, which is the external factor that has contributed to what has happened, which is different from what is in our own mind. You see, I find this patience, as I was researching a little, patience is not really a character, it's not really a behavior. Patience is a virtue. Virtue literally means high moral standard. Now, how do we develop a virtue? It's basically a practice. It's basically cultivating certain behavior that give us high moral standard. It takes time, it takes a lot of changes, and more than that, it takes a lot of courage. So I thought it's a very important element of anyone who wants to succeed in their life, be it in your personal life or in your professional life. Having patience means having that calm acceptance on what has happened in the external world beyond your own control, which is different from your internal world, what is it within your own control. So how do we deal with situation that's beyond our own expectation and then focus on developing patience? First, it's very important for us to acknowledge what has already happened and acknowledge the fact that this is different from our own expectation. So my practice of that now, I have been working on this since this morning. First, acknowledge the fact that this has happened and it is not within my expectation. Let's understand that. So three stages, right? First is acknowledging what has happened. It's not within my expectation, and let's understand that. So when we're in that situation, by practicing this three, I find it helping me and helping the other counterpart to become more amicable, to become more open in speaking out, in sharing what has happened, and talk things through to be able to then understand what exactly is contributing to the external happening that was not within our own expectation. And from there, what I find very helpful is to be able to take the time to listen and really listen to understand what contributed to the event that has happened, which is not part of our own expectation. Perhaps there could be some things that we didn't thought about. Perhaps it's something that we never expected, we never had experience for, therefore we have a different expectation, right? So it's time to understand what are the contributing factor that leads to what happened. And once I have that ability to understand, oh, so this happened due to certain external factor that I was not thinking about, then it helps me to acknowledge in my next time around when similar circumstances or similar event were about to happen, I take that into consideration and build up my own experience so that the next time when I have my expectation, I take that factor into consideration. So with that, it helps me to actually create my own peace of mind and calmly accept what has happened, so that the next time around when things happen, I have a better consideration and I will have a different expectation from it, and it helps me to feel better. Patience is a journey. Patience is not an overnight character that we can build up. And trust me, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of love and unconditional love to accept what is. So the more we practice, the more we start focusing on understanding what has happened, what are the external contributing factor, and help us to build a different expectation for ourselves, the more it helps us to build our patience. I hope you will be able to find your own way and create and develop your own patience, which means the ability to accept things calmly. That is different from what we had as in our mind. All right, so hope this helps you. And if you are looking at developing your own values, give it a go. All right, every one of us needs to develop patience anyway. And the good news is it takes 21 days for us to actually develop a new habit. So give it a go, build up your own patience, and see how this can take you forward. I hope you liked the video.